I don't know where to start with all of this, honestly. I'm not shocked, but I'm shocked at the same time. Like, I had a feeling I'd eventually have to make another video on him, you know, at some point. I've done 3 videos. One was my tattoo etiquette video when I was kind of like, this guy is a bit of a dick, you know, like this was over a year ago now. And then I made another one where I reacted to the video of James Charles tattooing his brother, and Romeo Lacoste was involved in that. And then I made another one about the fake Harry Styles tattoo, and I kind of just weighed out like whether it's real or fake and stuff like that. And I knew I'd probably end up having to make another video on Romeo at some point because he's full of shit. I didn't expect it to be like this, you know. I didn't expect it to be a video on him being a paedophile. I just didn't think that would be the next video I'd make on him, you know. I thought it'd be something to do with another fake tattoo, or he said something stupid. Why are there no black people in any of your pictures? Like, are you racist or something? Romeo said, are you racist or something, question mark. Why does it even matter that you have to say that? Actually, there are a lot of black people. I use a blank, I think it means black. I use a black and white filter on my photos, like a lot of tattoo artists do. Please sit down, racist. If you've ever played around with a photo filter app or Instagram, you know, just once, even for 30 seconds, right, you will know a black and white filter will not change somebody's race. You'd need to do some Photoshop voodoo to do something like that. I didn't think it would be this serious. Like, this is serious. Like, this isn't your average, you know, tea drama situation. Like, this affects other people in other ways, in serious ways, you know. Like, at the minute I think like 4 people have come out, like 4 women, maybe 3, I don't know, but there could be more because he's deleted his Twitter and people are saying I've spoke to him as well, but I can't get to the messages because he's deleted his Twitter. I'll talk about more of that in a minute. I'm sure most of you know about this, but if you don't, I'm just going to do a little backstory for you guys. So Romeo Lacoste is a tattoo artist here on YouTube. He is pretty much the face of tattooing on YouTube. He's the most popular tattoo related content creator on YouTube. He's been around on YouTube for a while. He was part of a TV show as well. I forgot what it was called. Was it Best Ink or something like that? I don't remember. But he's been around for a while. He's been known for a while. He's tattooed people underage. One example is Tanner Fox, who is a content creator here on YouTube as well. I believe Romeo tattooed him when he was 16, possibly 17. Either way, the legal age in California is 18. And you can't have parents' permission or anything like that. Like, you have to be over 18. He has like this massive ego and whatever he says is correct. Like, no matter how many times someone tells him that his micro tattoos are gonna look like shit in 5 years or 10 years, he'll be like, no they're not, I'm better than everyone else. Someone said you should post updated photos of these kind of tattoos because finger tattoos like this always look like shit in a couple of months. Hand washing and normal hand wear do not encourage longevity for these kinds of tattoos, and I think it's a bit misleading for uneducated people who assume they are going to look good and heal like regular tattoos. Give this man an Oscar. Romeo oh Romeo, our line god, replied, they do heal like regular tattoos because I'm the best and my tattoos heal perfect. I think it's ignorant and misleading for you to assume that an artist of my status, he's a god after all, can't tattoo properly. I think he means I post healed tattoos all the tome, I think it means time, in my IG stories. Don't assume, do your research. I don't suck like most artists. That's why they call me the line god. Who is they? Like, who is they? Who is calling him the line god? Because it's most definitely not other tattoo artists, because Romeo has a really shitty attitude towards his fellow tattoo artists. Let's go on to another one. How come every time I ask for something to have this kind of detail, they all say it just wears off over time and they aren't going to do it? Romeo says, because they suck and can't do it, go to a good artist. So who are these good artists like yourself? Even though you are pretty much the only one that can do it because you are the line god after all. He also focuses a lot on celebrities. Like, that is his big emphasis in life. Like, that's all he talks about, that's all he posts about when he tattoos celebrities, famous people, really well-known YouTubers. Like, that is what he focuses on. He's always like, well, I've tattooed this person, this person, this person. And they're just regular people at the end of the day. They just have a lot of followers or whatever. Like, it really doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. And he just gives the tattoo industry or tattooing as a whole a bad name. So on Friday night in America, but I saw this on Saturday morning, quite early on Saturday morning. I woke up because it was really windy, and I always check Twitter when I wake up just in case the world's ending or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, Twitter is my news source. I know that's probably really shitty, but I always find out my news from Twitter. And I looked on there and I had been tagged in something that Elijah Daniels had retweeted quite a few times. And I was just like, what the fuck's going on? Like, it's 6 in the morning. Well, no, actually it was like 5:30 in the morning when I saw this. And I read it and I was just like, I was speechless. I was like, fuck me. Like, I didn't know what to think. So long story short of what the situation is Romeo Lacoste was messaging these girls that had like a group chat for him, and like, I think it was like a fan club or something to do with that. Anyway, he was messaging them, and they are 14, 15 years old, and at the time Romeo was 27, 28 years old, something like that. And the messages are extremely graphic and of a sexual nature. He sends them pictures and stuff like that, and the stuff that he said to them, I would never even imagine a guy sending that to me. Like, if a guy sent that to me, I would be disgusted, you know? Like, what the actual fuck are you doing here? It just makes it even worse that these girls are young. They're like 14 and 15, and I don't want to read all of it because it is very uncomfortable for me to read. I can't put any other words to it. It's uncomfortable to read. It's uncomfortable to look at. Yeah, I'm just gonna read like 1 or 2 screenshots here and there. I'll put links down below to like the whole thread of this situation and any other links that I can find when it comes to Twitter. So this one says, I'd have one ready for you as soon as you get here. I don't know what that is, but and then he said, and that's hot, I love that. And then the girl said, haha, good. And then he said, love that. Love my balls massaged and sucked on. Love my asshole licked. And my fave is deep throat. Drunk girls always deep throat further. Yep, I'd have a shot waiting for you when you got here. That's to a 14-year-old girl, 15-year-old girl. And he's like 27, 28. Here's another one. You can even chase my cum down with another shot. Or I'm freaky. I can even come in your shot and let you drink both together. Like, I don't care if people are into this kind of stuff when people are of age and consenting and whatever. Like, if that's the kind of freaky shit you're into, have at it. But no, with these young girls. Absolutely fucking not. You're disgusting. And then it carries on saying, take another shot and then go for round 2. By the time you leave, you'll have a tummy full of cum and alcohol. I bet you get super slutty when you're drunk. This is a 14-year-old girl. When I was 14, I was listening to music, I was playing The Sims, I was literally unaware of this kind of naughty behaviour, you know? Like, how can you talk to a young girl like that? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with him? What the fuck is wrong with people that do shit like this? It's not okay. I don't know why anyone would think it's okay. Like, if you think it's okay, please exit this video. Please just fuck off right now. I don't want your support. I don't want your ad revenue. The girl that put out these messages said she was scared to say anything, but now she's kind of just had the courage to do so, and I'm glad she has, because he's been walking around for the past 3 years getting away with this, and I'm glad that it's come to light. It needed to come to light, and I'm glad everyone is now aware of his shitty behaviour. And obviously his shitty behaviour before this incident wasn't as bad as this. Obviously I'm not saying that it is, but we knew what he was like before this come to light, and it's just a relief, honestly. Like, it's a relief to just be like, hey, fuck off now, like, nobody likes you now. So as some of you guys may know, Romeo Lacoste did an interview with Keemstar to kind of clear his name or clear up what the situation is, but honestly, whew, he just made himself look more guilty. It was a wild ride watching that, and I watched it a couple of times, and I have cut it up into very, very small clips, and I'm going to put some clips into this video under fair use in case Keemstar wants to come for me for whatever reason, but this is under fair use. The interview pretty much just went round and round and round. Like, Keemstar could not get a straight answer from Romeo at all. You'll notice this in the clips that I have put in this video. Yeah, he couldn't give a straight answer, and then he admitted things, then he denied things, then he admitted things. So let's just get on with this. Let's get it over and done with.
Did you send these messages to these girls, 14 and 15? Were you sexting with them? So here's one of the big loopholes is I don't know if you've seen like the messages and all the stuff that's going on, but I've been accused of shit like this before, and
So if this isn't a red flag, I don't know what the fuck is. Like, if this has happened to him a few times before, like, why didn't you just come out and say about this bullshit when the first allegations happened? Like, I've never seen any allegations against him until this moment in time, but if he's saying there was other ones, like, he's just made himself look even more guilty by saying, yeah, this happens, you know, quite a lot. And maybe they were from different people as well, so not just from this girl that has leaked these messages that were from the 14, 15-year-old when he was like 27, 28. There's more. I think there's more victims, honestly, I really do.
Well, here's the thing. In the conversation that you had with the alleged girls, there's a part where you say, you know, are you willing to do it before
yes.
you turn 18?
Yes, so let me address that. So that, I'm not going to deny that was real.
So he confessed and admitted that he knew that these girls were under 18, but then he said this.
There's no way in hell, like, I'm so against, you know, people who are creepy and pedophiles and stuff like that. Like, I would never, ever, 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 like, I almost felt like someone telling me that they were almost 18 was, like, the hard limit, you know?
He's against people that talk to underage people, but yet he just admitted that he knew that these people were under 18. Honey, are we okay here? Like, that is the biggest contradiction I have ever witnessed in all my life. And these clips are very close together. Like, does he not realize what he's saying?
Apparently this girl told me that she was 18, almost 19. This is in 2016, so from my knowledge, she's got to be like 21, 22 now at this point. I didn't even realize that she apparently was, you know, if it's even true that she was that young.
So he just admitted that he knew they were under 18, but then said he thought they were 18 to 19. The bullshit that comes out of this guy's mouth, whether it's to do with his tattoos or his paedophilic ways, it's off the scale. It is literally off the freaking scale.
And what I'm trying to say is, like, I was new to social media, I was new to fame.
So because he was new to fame and social media, that's a good enough excuse? Is that what he's saying? I just want to quickly point out, this was obviously a lie. Him saying that he was new to social media, he was talking about Twitter. So this was like 3 years ago, but he had MySpace. I'll talk about that in a sec. But yeah, he tried to play that one. But he's been on the internet for years and years and years. Awareness of the dangers of social media and talking to people you don't know on the internet has been around for years and years and years and years. Like, I started using the internet when I was 14. That's in 2004. I used like MSN and like I browsed the internet and forums and what have you. You know, the usual stuff that you do when internet was pretty shit back then. Let's be serious, like, there wasn't much there, but we had MSN and stuff like that, and we would talk to our friends, and sometimes randoms would add you and you'd talk to them or whatever. Even back then in 2004, stranger danger was very much talked about. You know, everyone's mothers and parents were just like, oh, who are you talking on the internet? Make sure it's not a stranger, because there was always these articles and news stories of paedophiles, like 40-year-old men, pretending to be young kids to lure in, you know, victims and younger kids to talk to them and get them to send photos and stuff like that. Like, stranger danger awareness has been around for many, many years. Again, way back. So for him to say, like, oh, I was new to social media, I was new to fame, like, I didn't know how to act. I'm sorry, but you know, talking to underage girls is not okay. It's never been okay. You know, in your lifetime and in many people's lifetimes, it has not ever been okay. It's been seen as a crime for many, 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 many years. Like, you're very much aware talking to underage girls is not okay. That's not an excuse on any planet to say that you're new to fame and new to social media. You had MySpace. Somewhere in this interview, Keemstar or Romeo said that he had MySpace. I'm sorry, but most people know what MySpace was like. There was tons of people on there, tons of fake accounts where people would take other people's photos and make fake profiles. Lots of the popular people on MySpace had fake accounts of them made. I very much believe he knew, everybody knew. Like, don't play that fucking tune. Fuck's sake, how dumb do you think we are?
A lot of this stuff is Photoshop. Like, yes, some of it is true, but they're rearranging the conversation to make it look like I was sort of like reaching out to these underage girls, which in actuality, these girls came on to me first.
So that could very much be the case of these girls, you know, messaging him first and coming on to him first. That could very much be the case. I'm not going to say he's lying, but I'm not going to say he's telling the truth either, because, you know, it does take two to tango at the end of the day with stuff like this. He could have easily just blocked, deleted. As soon as they started coming on to him, he should have done the adult thing. He's the adult in this situation, by the way. He is the adult. He should have known so much more better than what he done. Like, he definitely, you know, acted up to it with the messages of him saying he likes his arsehole licked and all the other bullshit that he said. So he is very much guilty in this. So yes, they may have come on to him, maybe, possibly, but he should have known better. No one was forcing him to message these girls. No one was forcing him to send pictures. No one was forcing him to tell these girls what he likes and his freaky side.
These girls, in my opinion, and I don't want to just like try to defend myself, but I almost feel like I was sort of taken advantage of in a sense, because it's like I didn't have a whole lot of followers. They, you know, reached out to me saying sexual stuff.
They took advantage of you. They took advantage of you. You, the adult who is famous. You, the person that they admire and would probably do anything for. They took advantage of you. I'm honestly disgusted. Like, that is such a textbook nonce answer. Let's be serious. He is blaming them for his actions. Him, the adult, the one that should know better, he is blaming them. They're just excited to talk to you. You know, anytime I talk to someone that I admire from, you know, online or whatever, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is so exciting. Like, they were just so excited to talk to you, someone that they looked up to, someone they, you know, for whatever reason thought you were a certain type of way or whatever. Does he not see what he's saying here? He is blaming them, the underage girls that probably didn't know any better. He used his persona to live out his filthy fantasies.
Look, you kind of know me a little bit. The face guys knows me, and I'm not just trying to throw people under the bus. I am very well respected in this community. I've tattooed every YouTuber from across the fucking map, all the way to, you know, Kodak Black, rappers.
That's
Juice
true.
WRLD.
That's
yeah.
true.
Oh, surprising. Oh my god, he brought up that he's tattooed famous people and very well-known YouTubers. Oh my god, I'm so shocked, you guys. I am beyond shocked that he would mention that. Did he mention that? Oh, has he ever mentioned that, by the way, guys, that he's tattooed like celebrities like Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande? Like, has he ever mentioned that? I don't know if he has, you know. I don't think he has. Yeah, I don't think he has. I don't think he's ever mentioned that he's tattooed celebrities before. Like, did we know that? Did we know that? I didn't know that. Oh my god, absolutely not. I never knew that. I am so shocked. Oh, he must be a very nice, legit person then. Like, if he's tattooed celebrities and he's worked with very well-known people, then yeah, he's not a paedophile. We're wrong. All of this evidence, it's wrong. Don't worry, guys. Like, let's cut this video here. I'm wrong. Fuck off. Oh my god, that doesn't mean shit. Just because you know famous people does not mean you're not a paedophile. Harvey Weinstein was a very well-respected person in the film industry. Now look at him. He knows a lot of famous people. He's worked with a lot of famous people. If I was these people that he mentioned, I would be like, don't you dare ever say my name again in defense of your disgusting actions. Like, I would tweet about it, I'd make a video about it, I'd make an Instagram story about it. Like, I would be like, I am not associated with this person anymore.
Some of this stuff, in my opinion, just doesn't make sense. Like, you guys are comparing, you know, like, stuff from 2016 is surfacing now. Like, how many of you guys were different 3 years ago?
It's only 3 years though. Like, that, it's 3 years. That's not a long time. In my opinion, 3 years is not a long time. 3 years is nothing when you're an adult. Let me tell you, like 3 years ago, I was 26. To me, that was yesterday, all right? You can't change that much in 3 years. I'm telling you that now. That's not an excuse. And age and time is not exempt from paedophilic actions. Like, you can't use age and time as a defense mechanism. You can't say, oh, well, I didn't know any better 3 years ago. Nope, they ain't gonna wash with me, I ain't gonna wash with anyone else. What the fuck are you even talking about?
She wanted to remain anonymous. Your ex-girlfriend from 10 years ago said that you were 19 or...
That's exactly what it is.
Said
she wants to Can I say her name? Because if she wants to go on here and put me on blast, she might as well.
I mean, I can't stop you from saying her name, but
So this girl wanted to remain anonymous. I can't say that word, anonymous. And he does say her name. I've cut it out of this video. I don't want to put her name in this video because she did want to stay anonymous. And she's a victim in this. And he called out her name to be spiteful. Just because he is going through, you know, accusations doesn't mean you call out the victim's names. She did not want to be known for a reason, right? And then you call it out to be spiteful. I'm sorry, but if this doesn't show his true character and just how disgusting and egotistical and, oh, there's just so many words that go through my head right now to explain this arsehole. I don't know what is. I don't know what else can prove to anybody out here that he's just the scummiest person of all time. And I've mentioned this. I talked about this over a year ago of his attitude towards a lot of things. Like, he's been like this for years and years and years and years. I can't even, like...
and she was 14, right?
I don't believe that she was 14 at all.
I take that back. I remember her saying that she may have been 15.
I think she might have been late 15, possibly. This is me being extreme. She may have been late 15. I remember her being more like 17, but I dated her for about 3 years. I moved in with her family. I got in really close with her family.
How the fuck can you be with someone for 3 years and not know their age? And he lived with her. How the fuck? This is bullshit. I'm sorry, how can you be with someone for 3 years and not know how old they are or what year they're born or their birthday? How dumb does he think we actually are? Like, on what planet? Seriously, on what planet do you think we believe that? I know why he's been like, oh, I thought she was like this age or this age. I know for a fact the reason why he's not admitting to this at all is because it will back up everything that he's been accused of. So if he admits to saying, yes, I was this age and she was 14, 15 years old, then it's just like, well, you've done it before. You've been with an underage girl before, so what's to say that this isn't true as well? You know, that's why he's denying it. That's why he's just being really wishy-washy about it. And it's just like, we're not fucking stupid, mate.
Just heard that James Charles completely deleted his collaboration with you and that a bunch of other clients have dropped out.
Actually, the collaboration with James has been down for a long time, and that has to do with his brother wanting to get tattooed, and it was not up to code with health regulations, and there was just like permits and stuff that were not there. The video's been down for months. The video has nothing to do with this situation at all.
I just saw a bunch of reports today that he took it down because of that, but you know, maybe they're wrong.
Or is it because James Charles didn't have a license to tattoo? He'd never tattooed before. He'd never been through an apprenticeship before. And his brother was under the age as well. And it was all a little bit illegal. Oh, and what's that as well? The tattoo that Romeo drew up was a copy from another artist as well? Oh my good God. Yeah, I think that's it. You don't need to beat around the bush. We know, me and my subscribers know your shady behavior because I made a fucking video on it. The evidence is there. The evidence is still up on my channel. Everything in that video was illegal, and there is so much evidence of Romeo Lacoste tattooing underage people as well. I don't know how he still has a license to tattoo. I don't know who is allowing him to tattoo when there is all of this evidence to prove that he does tattoo people underage, which is against the law in California. He lets people that have never tattooed before tattoo on underage people under his supervision. Like, how is he still legally allowed to tattoo? But yeah, it is true what Romeo has said. The video of James Charles tattooing his brother was deleted over 5 months ago. It wasn't because of this allegations or anything like that. The video was deleted 5 months ago. I posted my video in September. Someone commented on my video 5 months ago saying, well, the video's deleted now. So that is true. That's probably the only true thing that has been said in this interview by him.
How is your girlfriend reacting to all this?
My girlfriend is fucking devastated. She is literally on the verge of leaving me if she hasn't already. My mom is crying her eyes out for the last 2 days. Everyone, I have a shop, a business with other artists who are taking a hit and suffering because kids and people are calling the shop. And you know, like, this has honestly been super devastating, not only to me, but everyone around me.
I definitely believe his girlfriend, his family, the other tattoo artists that work in his studio, I don't believe they should be targeted in this situation. Like, they are not responsible for his actions in any way, shape or form. This is all Romeo's doing. They didn't help him or anything like that. Like, they weren't like, oh yeah, message these girls. Like, it's not their fault, and they don't deserve any hate that they have coming their way. It's not them that's the issue, it's him. And I do feel sorry for the tattoo artists that work in his studio. And I don't think they were aware of it either. You know, when people have behaviour like this, when they talk to underage girls and stuff like that, it's not something they talk about. It's not bragged about. You know, you watch these TV shows where police capture paedophiles and stuff like that, and their family, their wives or whoever in their life had absolutely no idea. They keep this stuff secret and, you know, closeted, so to say.
So you were talking to these girls at the same time, the 14 and 15-year-old girl at the same time you were with? No?
Yeah, so this is also a big problem is, like, you know, me and my girlfriend, we had, you know, a lot of at the very beginning of our relationship, we were long distance. There was some arguments and stuff going wrong. I made the mistake of turning to people on social media who were, you know, girls who were down to give me attention. And now that I honestly see it for what it is, it's all nothing but a fucking trap. But, you know,
it's a trap if they're underage, which appears a lot of these girls were.
So he just said that he turned to social media for attention, but you said that these girls have come on to you. But now you're saying you went to them also. So you're basically saying, like I was saying before, it does take two to tango. So yes, they may have come on to you, but you're saying you turn to them also. So you turn to these 14 to 15-year-old girls for attention. Does he not see how fucked up that is?
I have a bunch of people getting in contact with me saying that they have damaging DM conversations with you that are on Twitter that they can't get to because your account's deactivated. Are you ever going to make it active again?
I don't know, man. To be completely honest, I just feel like...
Because, I mean, part of it's like if you don't make it active again, then those people can't get the proof that they have against you. And it's like, I don't know.
So, yeah, I believe Romeo Lacoste will not come back to social media for a good while until, you know, it all blows over. And I hope to God it doesn't blow over. I hope to God people don't forget about this. I don't know how he's gonna recover from this. And I've said in a video before, when big influencers have like a scandal, they're always okay. Give it a month or two and everything blows over and people forget about it and they go about their everyday life and they carry on making content like nothing happened. And this is not, you know, some petty drama where, you know, influencers have fallen out or had an argument. Like, this is really, really serious. Like, there's victims in this. There are girls that have been targeted by him who didn't know better, you know, they just thought they were talking to their idol or whatever, and he used that. There's people that are actually involved that aren't in the spotlight here, you know. This probably happens quite a lot and we just don't know about it, you know, like girls and maybe boys also, they're under the spell of influencers and it's just sickening. It is sickening. And if he activates his account again, all of these girls can access their messages and take screenshots of them and expose him further. So yeah, I believe he's probably going to stay off Twitter for a very, very long time. And it's not fair for him to do that. He should not be allowed to silence these girls at all in any way, shape or form.
Was anything actually fabricated, or are you just saying parts were cut out?
Parts were cut out. That's what I'm trying to say.
So it's not fabricated. It's not photoshopped.
It's not fabricated.
It's not photoshopped. It's not fabricated.
No.
Just
okay, like, yeah, I said some sexual stuff.
So he's gone from saying some tweets are fake and photoshopped to, oh no, it's all real, but some of it has been cut out. So he's basically just admitted to every screenshot being correct and legit. There's your proof, people. There is your proof. He literally just admitted that it's all real, and the only thing that is not real is the fact that stuff has been cut out. But basically the reason why stuff has been cut out is probably because the girls were messaging him back, maybe some sexual stuff or whatever, but again, they were 14, 15, didn't know any better. To be honest, the girl probably cut out her side of the things because she probably thought that people would just point fingers at her and say, well, yeah, you were doing stuff as well, but that's not the issue. She was just talking back to him the way that he was talking back to her. Let's be serious. Like, he, again, let's stress this, he was the adult in the situation. So I don't blame her for cutting stuff out, and she is not to blame here in any way, shape or form. No, 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 not at all. But yeah, he just said everything was true and just stuff was cut out. There we go. Like, do we need any more proof? Like, he literally just said that.
You know, sometimes when you're not that good looking and you're not that cool and you don't have that many, you know, followers and you're not really popping for anything, like, people give you attention, you know, and you just like, it's nice to be getting attention from people. And
okay, so he's saying what the issue is that he's good looking and he gets a lot of attention. So that means it's hard for him to ignore or something. That's not an excuse in any way, shape or form. Could you imagine a paedophile standing up in court and saying, well, you know, I look like this, like, can you blame them? You know, like, I get all this attention and, you know, it's not my fault. I physically can't. I can't deal with this man anymore. I literally cannot. I hope to God no one gives him the time of day ever again. If any celebrities get tattooed by him, if any YouTubers get tattooed by him from this point on, nah. His work is not that good. Let me tell you, his work is not worthy. It's not like he's the only person that does micro tattoos. There are many, many people that do micro tattoos. If that's what you really want, if you want a micro tattoo, let me tell you, there are plenty of great tattoo artists out there that are not paedophilic. This is the problem with him being the face of tattoos on YouTube. He is seen as the best tattoo artist ever and not even fucking close. Like, nobody needs to go to Romeo Lacoste. Nobody. You have no excuse. You don't have any legit reason to give him your money. Just because he's known and he has a lot of subscribers, that does not mean shit, let me tell you. Just because someone has a lot of subscribers and followers on Instagram does not mean their work is good or that they're a good person. Anyone that decides to get tattooed by him from this point on, you're a shitty person. To say someone doesn't deserve to tattoo anymore is probably a really shitty thing to say, but he does not deserve the platform that he has. He does not deserve the following that he has. He does not deserve the recognition he has or has had in the past. And I have fucking stressed this. And there's so many, I just can't stress enough. There are so many amazing artists out there. You don't need to go to him. There's no reason to. What is the reason? What, he's tattooed other celebrities? That does not mean shit. He charges through the roof for a tiny tattoo that lasts 5 years maximum before he looks like a blurry blob. And he says, oh, I have healed tattoos. They're on my Instagram stories all the time. Yeah, sorry mate, a year healed don't mean shit. A year healed. Someone can live an extra 50 years on top of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, a year healed does not mean shit. Oh my God, I can't, I'm getting mad. Woo, I'm getting mad, I'm sorry. I'm curious to see how this plays out. I'm curious to see what he has to say for himself in maybe a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, month, 2 months time. I'm curious to see how he tries to maybe worm his way back in to the YouTube space and into the tattooing world. I wouldn't want to go anywhere near him. I wouldn't want him touching my body in any way, shape or form. He has these fantasies with younger girls and I can't. Okay, I'm done. And make sure you watch Keemstar's interview if you want to see more. Honestly, it's just headache inducing. It really is. But yeah, no doubt this probably won't be my last video on Romeo Lacoste. It probably won't be. I'm done pretending every upload on him will be the last because it's probably not going to be the last. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing very well and until my next video, bye.